Hello, friends. This is Adam with the Hoboken Public Library, bringing you another edition of Simple Lego Machines. Today we're going to build a bird with flapping wings, and this is my favorite of my designs that I've come up with these last few weeks. So let's get started. First, we're going to take two axles, one small, one just a little bigger, and two of these gears. We're going to take a large gear and a medium gear. And we're going to take the larger of the two axles and put it right through the medium gear till it's about halfway through. And we're going to take the small axle and put it through the large gear till it's about halfway. Just like that. Next, we're going to take our Technic piece, and these two Technic pieces are going to be basically the body of the bird. And we're going to take this first gear and the axle, and we're going to put it 5 holes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take the large gear and thread it through so that they connect. Just like that. So you should be able to spin one to get the other to move. Great. So let's put that down. And we will tack on the other part. We want to make sure this is nice and strong, right? So we're going to take 2 of these extra long connectors and put 2 in one of these bricks with 2 holes. We're going to put 2 of these long ones so that there's a bit on either side. 1, 2. And we're going to put this one back here. It's going to be the back of our bird, and we want it to be pretty stable, pretty strong. We're going to take the second one of these, and we're only going to put 1 in, because this is going to be the head of the bird, and we want it to be able to swivel, just like that. We're going to take one of these small pieces here, and all this is, it's not even a connector. It's just to plug this hole there, just like that. Great. And we're going to take this, and we're going to plug it on the front end so it can spin around. Perfect. Now we're going to connect this piece here to make sure that this all gets held together, making sure that we've got, with the large gear, no axle coming out, and with the medium gear, just a touch of axle coming out evenly on both sides. Great. Let's get some legs on this bird, huh? We're going to take 2 of these, 2 of everything here. 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. I'd like you to notice in the background we have Benny and Petey looking on. And Benny and Petey are actually in a structure that I built for the next video, and I'll show you a little bit about that structure at the end. It's a pirate treasure island, and I'll show you how that works at the end. That's a little teaser. So first, what we want to do is we want to take one of these, and we want to take one of these connectors with the axle on one side and the connector bit on the other. We want to put it in here on this top one, right? Next, we want to take one of these and one of these just regular black connectors. We want to connect just like that. We want to take one of these small Technic pieces with the axle on one side and the hole on the other, and we want to just pop it in just like that. Lastly, we want to take one of these pieces. A lot of times Lego uses these for robot hands or claws. So we're going to use it for claws as well. These are going to be the claws of our bird. Perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to make another of these, except everything is going to be on the other side. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to put this with the axle on one side and the connector on the other. Axle piece in first on this L-shaped Technic piece. We're going to take our small black connector and plug it right here in this front hole. We're going to take this Technic piece with an axle and just a regular hole and plug it on the regular connector. And then we're going to take this claw and we're going to attach the claw. What we should have is a pair of bird feet. We're going to want to attach these right about here, one on each side. And these should be able to move for our bird. Perfect. Great. Let's set this down and let's get to work on our wings. As you can see, we've got two sets of identical pieces, except these pieces right here are just the opposite of the other. We're going to want to take, let's do this side first. This triangular piece and these two pieces, just like this. And we're going to fasten these together. We're going to take this wing piece and put it on just like that. And we're going to take this circular piece and put it on just like that. And what we're trying to do is we're going to try to create a feathered effect, right? So we're just going to put different layers of different Lego pieces to create sort of a layered effect. I'm going to take this large piece and connect that all in, also making sure it's nice and strong. It sort of has that layered effect I was talking about, right? It sort of looks like feathers. We also want it to be weighted down because our mechanism is going to work purely by gravity. Very simple mechanism today. So that's one wing, and let's finish it up with a little bit of flair. We're going to add this piece on top, and that's going to be sort of like the muscle on top. And then we're going to put this brick with the hole in it. We're going to put it in the middle there. We're going to take this piece, and now these are usually used as winter leaves, maybe for a Christmas set or something, but we're going to use it as feathers today. Just a little bit of flair. That looks pretty good. Next, we want to take one of these pieces, again with gear on one side, connector on the other, connect the connector bit in here. Perfect. Now let's make one exactly like it, except on the other side. And then we'll cap it with this piece. This piece right here has a little bit of a bend in it. And what that's going to do is as I twist the gear, the wing is going to face down. And that's going to give us our flapping effect, right? But it only works because it's sort of bent, right? You'll see how that works a little later in depth. But the bend in this piece right here is really necessary. So let's create another wing just like the one that we just made. So we'll take this piece. We're going to attach this piece right here. This piece right here. Again, creating sort of a layered effect there. We're going to attach this on it. Perfect. We're going to take this small black wing, pop it right there. We're going to take this piece right here, put it right here. We're going to take our leaves / feather, or snow-covered leaves / feather, pop it right there, make sure it's nice and snug in. And now we're going to, again, connect one of these axle / connector pieces. Another one of these tilted little Technic pieces here, and our wings are complete. Let's wait to attach them. Let's let the anticipation build just a second or two longer. And let's build the tail of this bird. So again, we're going to create sort of a layered effect here. We're going to take some of these pieces that oftentimes come in car sets, but they look sort of like tail feathers. So we're going to incorporate these. One we're going to put on the bottom, and we're going to take these two pieces, and we're going to take this piece right here. We're going to attach this on the bottom just like that. So these two bits are sticking out. We're going to take this small gray piece and use it to connect right there. Next, we're going to take this large 4x2 flat and connect it right there. Should look just like this. Just like that. Next, we're going to take these large sloped pieces and pop them in just like that. You notice we have a little bit of a layered effect here, right? We're going to take this 3x2 and pop it right there. Looking good. Finally, we're going to attach these two pieces like that. And that's nice and strong. And then we're going to take one of these, what we're using them as feathers, two of these, pop them right in there. And we're going to cap it with one of these pieces that really look like tail feathers. And you can interlock these pieces in here. When I was working on the prototype, these wings kept falling off, so I had to figure out some way to get them to stay on there, and this is a pretty good way. And it also looks like a bird tail, which I think is really neat. We can go ahead and put the tail on. Great. And you know what? While we're at it, let's get these wings on. There's something important about the wings that you have to do in the build if you're going to do something like this. These have to be facing the same way, whether they're up or down. When you connect them, they have to bend the same way. Otherwise, you won't get the desired flapping effect. See how they're both bent down? They're both bent down. Now, when I move this big gear, it's going to move this small gear, which is going to move these bent Technic pieces. However, the wings are on here very loosely, if you notice. And the only thing that's making them face down is gravity. Because we've put more weight on the bottom of the wing, it always falls down. Right? And the way that we've weighted it, it's also tilted a bit back. Right? And what that does is if we turn this gear, and the tilt of that Lego Technic piece, coupled with the weight of the wings, making it get pulled down by gravity, looks like a bird's flapping wings. But there's a big problem with our bird. It doesn't have a head. So let's pop the head on here. Let's put the tail on. Get these legs down. Rest our bird just like that. Let's work on our head. The head was the hardest thing to build for this simple machine because you sort of have to sculpt a head out of very angular pieces. So I tried to get some sloped pieces, different sort of size slopes. We have this very gentle curve. We have the more severe angle downs of these what they call cheese pieces in the Lego community. And we have these. And this is what looking at this piece is what gave me the idea for the mouth. So let me show you how that head is going to come together. We're going to take this 3x2 flat and we're going to attach 2 of these. And when I saw these curved pieces, I thought, well, that looks like the bottom of a beak. In my imagination, that looks like the bottom of a beak. So let's build everything around it, because that's what I did. Take another one of these 3x2s flat. We're going to put it right on there. And that's going to hold these together, make it a little stronger. We're going to take this circular yellow piece purely because the color pops. We're going to put that right in here. Next, we're going to take this rectangular 3x2 and pop it right on there. Perfect. We're going to take this slanted piece and pop it right there. And that yellow piece kind of serves as the inside of the mouth. In my mind, the inside of this bird's mouth was yellow. And that's what I did. So this is the beak right here. And the rest of the bird came around the idea of this beak using these sloped pieces. So let's get the rest of this bird's head built. We're going to start with the crest of the beak. I'm not sure if that's what the scientific name is. But because we're using so many Technic pieces and these wing pieces, there's a lot of grays, light grays, and black in this bird. So I figured the head, as well as these white little feathers, the head is where we'd have some of the color. Because I really like to have color for Lego pieces, but the Technic sort of only comes in a few colors. So let's get the crest of this bird done. I'm going to take one of these flat with the stud piece in the middle. I'm going to put it right there. And that's just going to be a little bit of flare on the, I guess, nose of our bird, right above the bird's nose. Next, I'm going to take these 2 pink pieces and I'm going to put them down here, as well as to cap it with this very bright green. And this is going to be the back of the neck, sort of coming into the bird's back. A bird needs eyes, so I've got 2 of these pieces with the stud on the side. 1, and on the other side, 2. Now we're going to put a couple eyes in here. Great. We're going to take just a regular Lego brick, pop it right there. And then let's finish it off. I'm going to take one of these pieces. Most of the time, this piece is used to hold the ladder. And we're going to pop it right there. Your bird should look something like this, your bird head. Or your bird head might look different. Doesn't have to look like mine. Could look like your own. The point here is just, building with a little creativity. I'm going to pop that in just like that. We're going to take these last white pieces and pop them in right there for some feathers on the bird's head. That was not my idea, but my wife's idea. And there is our bird. I don't know about you, but to me, this looks like a bird. The head also moves too. And let's get some flapping going. If you do it nice and slow, the wings will face down. Let's get this angle. The back of the bird. Let's fold the legs down in flight, huh? Man, that is so cool. Maybe let it land, put the legs down, and let's see if it'll sort of doesn't like to rest. Nice. I'm really liking that. So we've built our bird. I'm going to put this over here, and I want to show you a little sneak peek of next week's build, or next video's build at least. We have a treasure island, but where is the treasure? Let's move Petey real quick. I don't see any treasure in there, but I heard sometimes if you pull on the torch, sometimes there's a trap door. Oh, seems like our treasure's, oh, there was treasure inside. Wow, gold. Good job, Petey. So that's gonna be the build for next video. I'm gonna show you how to make a trapdoor Lego Pirate Treasure Island. This one's gonna have no gears and just straight up Lego pieces. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and please check out our e-resources at the HobokenLibrary.org. Check out some more videos that we have on the YouTube, Hoboken Library YouTube channel, and have a great day. See you next time we build. Bird is flying off.